Welcome back to the Football Don't Lie podcast. In today's episode, we're going to be giving our rankings for top 10 QBs, running backs, and receivers, and also giving our playoff seeding projections. This was tough for me, man. Like I was telling the guys before, there's some guys that were top 10 last year, and this year I had to take them out just because of the year they're having, but I also had to factor in overall their talent. So, which position do y'all want to get into first?
I mean, we can start with quarterback. That's probably the most important position. So,
All right, cool. All right, so we can just go Hudson, me, Tatis, and then we can just do snake order for your running back and then receiver again. So, um, Hudson, for your quarterback, who's your number 10 and why?
My quarterback number 10 here, as much as it hurts to put this guy over my guy, I have Justin Herbert, who's been having a hell of a season. I feel like you guys probably, do you guys have him higher? Or no?
I have him higher.
I was debating whether to put him a bit higher, but I mean, honestly, after losing to the Texans, and I feel like it was like if they beat the Texans, maybe a spot or two, but I feel like just losing to that awful of a team just kind of makes me want to rethink my consideration. But he's been a hell of a quarterback. I feel like I included him in a possible like MVP type caliber season, even in his second year. Next season, I think he could have a big jump with an even better team with all the young guys progressing. Brandon Staley, I think that's his name, with more coaching experience. But Chargers have been good. They're in the hunt right now, and Justin Herbert has been a crazy good player this season.
I actually have Herbert at 10 too. He's been good, but the Chargers have just choked games away, and it's because of Justin Herbert. I want to read this stat because I thought it was interesting. So I'm pretty sure we all know by now that Herbert has an arm. He has an arm for like he can fling that shit.
Yes, he
But
does.
the thing is I read the stat a few days ago on play action passes where you try to go deep. Herbert has an average throwing distance of 6 yards, which tells me that which tells me that the play calling is a little bad on the part of the Chargers, and they've had some bad losses too. But Herbert's a very good QB. But I got a few more people ahead of him who I think are just better in general.
My number 10. This is gonna be low because this guy was higher last year, but it's just I just don't see him. I don't see him ever reaching that level anymore. It's sad to say. Russell Wilson's my number 10.
Ooh, oh my!
That's a big hit.
That
is a big hit.
I can't do that. I cannot put Russell Wilson anywhere near 10.
Actually, where do I have him? I don't have him. I kind of do. I have him pretty far higher.
Listen, man. Like, there's no way this team should be as bad as they are. And I know they've had some injuries, but like some of the losses that they've had have been solely on like, bro. If y'all watch the Bears game, Russell Wilson choked. Like not like their defense did allow that touchdown, and that was just like a great catch by who had the 2-point conversion. Whoever had the 2-point conversion.
I forgot.
Was it Damiere Byrd?
I think it was.
Yeah, that was an insane catch.
Yeah, that was a great catch. You can't do anything about that. That was just a ridiculous catch. But man, Russell Wilson, he has to be lower. I know the finger injury has been, hampering him a little bit, but he hasn't played himself this season, and there's a lot of guys above him this season that have been doing amazing. And maybe he'll come back next year. I just don't see it. He's getting up there in age now. He's 33, which is not like too old for a QB, but especially for a guy who relies on his mobility so much, we have to see him, transferred to that QB who can use his arm a lot more now because he relied on his mobility a lot, but he's, like I said, getting up there in age. So I don't know how long you can keep this up for.
Interesting. I want to move on to 9.
I have Herbert at 9, so it's not too much.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting because I don't know if either of you guys have this guy in the top 10. I have his fellow draft mate Joe Burrow at 9.
I have Burrow at 9 too.
Yeah,
So
Joe has been really good this year, and last year I thought he was pretty good too, and he's just proven it. That last game against the Ravens, sheesh, monster, man, monster. But he's having a very good season, and I think he's better than Herbert in my opinion. He's got more arm talent. He can fit it in. He's got more. He's just a better quarterback in my opinion than Justin Herbert, and I know.
I disagree with that.
I think he's a better quarterback. And you might think opposite, but like, here's the thing though. Joe Burrow in clutch time, he just makes those plays. He's just that guy. So I've got him at 9. Hudson, I guess you can explain the same thing too, probably, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like Herbert at Oregon, right? Like, he wasn't really under the spotlight as much as Burrow was at like LSU. So like Burrow at LSU, and then like in the college football playoff stuff, like he was like in those moments where he felt. I mean, there was millions of people watching him every single game. While at Oregon, there wasn't many. I mean, there was a ton of people obviously watching his highlights after 2, but. Like national TV, you wouldn't really see Oregon and Herbert and also like Penei Sewell and stuff on TV. But I mean, Herbert's been really nice this season, like I said before. But just Burrow even with the lack of offensive linemen, and I know we all, especially me, I mean, I kind of went crazy when the Bengals took Chase over Sewell for 2 reasons. Because one, if I was a Bengals fan, I would have literally been suicidal, thinking like, what the hell? Like our quarterback just tore his ACL or Achilles, whatever, and now. We still are giving him the same alignment, and also because as a Dolphins fan, I kind of wanted Jamar Chase, but Waddle's been working out well. But, I mean, I just feel like Burrow, like with the lack of O lineman, and his receiving core has been great. Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins had a great game. Jamar Chase, who's been a stud rookie receiver. I just feel like he's been improvising with, like I said, the awful offensive line, bottom 25, I think for sure. And he's just been absolutely absurd this season, coming off of that 530-yard, 4-touchdown game against the Ravens. He's just been he's been the number 1 draft pick that the Cincinnati Bengals took out of him.
I mean, I think Burrow would be my 11. He's not on my list, but I think that I mean, we saw what happened when they played each other. Herbert outplayed him, and I don't even think it was that close. I know the defenses. No, I mean, I don't really think there's that big of a gap in the defenses. Like, I don't think the Chargers defense is like some elite defense. Like, I just think Burrow threw 4 picks, if I'm not mistaken. No, not 4 picks, 2 picks. 4 picks is crazy.
Wait a minute, Suhas. Time out. I gotta stop you real quick. I think I might be missing someone. Hold on. If Burrow is not on your list, what other quarterback could possibly be on this list?
At number 8, I have Matthew Stafford.
Okay, no. I have him at 8 as well.
I have him higher.
I have Stafford at 8, but I'm just confused. I can't think of anybody else.
Oh, you're missing someone.
Possibly
yeah, you're
be
missing
on this list.
Yeah, you're missing someone for sure.
We'll see. But Stafford's been good, and he's finally getting the recognition he deserves. Cooper Kupp is a monster. And we'll get to that when we go over our top 10 receivers. But Matthew Stafford, every single time down the field, he just looks for 2 people, Odell Beckham and Cooper Kupp. Those are his 2 guys, and it works for him. It works for him.
Van Jefferson.
And he looks for Higbee, too, a lot more. He's been going to Higbee, but Stafford's finally getting going, and the Rams actually have a legit shot, and it's because of Stafford. So, yeah, he's one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league, no doubt. He can throw it. He's got the arm talent. He can fit it in narrow spaces. So yeah, and he deserves to be 8 on this list.
Yeah, I
have him made 2 fastest to 50,000 NFL history. I would have put him higher, but I don't want to be too biased. I just think some other guys. I just have some other guys over him. So yeah.
I mean, my number 8 is Russell Wilson. I was thinking before, like, this may be a bit too high, but seeing Suhas having him at 10 was like, okay, so maybe it's not that bad. But I mean,
we had him like top 5 last year.
Yeah, I mean, I think I probably had him like Mahomes, Rodgers 1 and 2. I probably had him top 4, top 3 even maybe before the season started. But
yeah, top 4 actually, because Deshaun Watson was he didn't have Deshaun Watson, so yeah, he was top 4.
Yeah. but I mean, with this season just taking a huge hit, I know he's missed a ton of games, and the O line has been absolutely awful. The receiving core has been pretty nice with. I mean, not like the best, but with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, he's been. It's a reasonable receiving core that he can work with, especially being the guy that he is. But I mean, this year Russell Wilson just has not been the same Russell Wilson. I mean, many people have mixed opinions, right? The Seahawks can just go into that rebuild, which obviously can't really start the season with the Jets having their pick from the Jamal Adams trade, and then also some people say trade Russ or fire Pete Carroll. Some people say fire Pete Carroll and keep Russ or trade Russ, and it's just a weird thing going on in Seattle. But I don't know what is going to happen with Russell Wilson, whether they just want to keep him or go ahead and just try to maybe even draft a quarterback with their second or third round pick, which may not end too well. But I think this year's draft class is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be like one of the best or one of the worst? It's one of those.
It's
I'm
not
too
as
sure.
good. It's not as good in quarterbacks.
For QBs,
I mean-
no. For QBs, it's not good. But for defensive players, it's one of the best.
Yeah. Defense I heard was going to be insane this season, but the 2021 draft class hasn't really been all that much. I mean, you could argue that. You could argue that like Davis Mills has been the second or third best quarterback in that draft class.
I'd say
Behind-
Mac Jones has been the
behind-
best.
Well, yeah. No, Mac Jones is, but I'm saying Davis Mills possibly.
No,
second
Davis Mills
or
is
third.
number 2. Correct.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know,
then
man.
you could also.
Zach Wilson had a crazy game.
Yeah, Zach Wilson's had good games too.
He did.
Trey
It was
Lance, we
against.
haven't
It was
seen
against
much
like
of
the
him.
Jaguars though.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence has not been good because he doesn't have the support around him. But
And Trey Lance hasn't been playing. He's going to play this weekend though. I think Garoppolo's out with that thumb injury though. I think Trey Lance is going to play, but it was like I'm hoping that the Niners can maybe lose some more games because that's our only draft pick. But
Tatus, do you have Dak Prescott on your list?
that's who I forgot. Allow me to make some
there it is.
adjustments, please. A minute. I will be taking Herbert off my list. So
Ooh. Damn.
hold on. Let me make some quick adjustments real quick.
But I've Russ today just because he's been taking that
Oh wait,
huge hit.
So who's Hudson missing?
Am I missing somebody?
Because he had Herbert and Burrow on his list too, right?
And Russell Wilson right now.
Oh, you didn't have Stafford. Never mind.
I do have Stafford.
Oh, then you're missing someone too. What the hell?
I have Dak too.
All right, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
we,
Who's
So-
your 7? Oh yeah, Tatus. Yeah.
Ooh, I gotta make a change. So now my 10 would be Burrow, my 9 would be Stafford, my 8 would be Kyler Murray.
My
Kyler
8 is.
Murray's had
oh, no.
a.
You
Huh?
can go. I was gonna say my 8, but you can go.
No, you already said your 8 though. You said your 8 was Stafford.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, I'm at my 7. My 7. Sorry.
Okay,
you
yeah,
can
but
go.
my 8 was now Kyler Murray. Kyler's been good this year, but they've been choking in this past year. But he's got the one knock on Kyler Murray is that he's too short, and he can't see over the defense, and that kind of hurts him sometimes. But other than that, he's got arm talent, man. He can throw it deep. His deep ball is nice, but sometimes just his inability to see over defenses is what really hurts him. So I've got him at 8, and then for 7, this is where I have Russell Wilson. Look, we just went over it. He's not had a good season, but I feel like y'all are putting him down a little bit. Even I may not be. I'm not even a Russell Wilson supporter. Like I really don't like Russell Wilson that much. But y'all are dipping him down a little bit too much. Okay, he's still a very elite quarterback. And I feel like if Seattle does trade him away, I feel like he might find success on another team with the offensive line support, because that's been the main disappointment with Seattle. Their offensive line has been horrendous. And that's why Russell Wilson has not been good this season. So I've got him at 7. So.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I could say Joe Burrow's offensive line hasn't been great either.
No, yeah, but the other thing about Russell Wilson's team is his defense is absolutely horrendous too. Like Joe Burrow has a defense too, a little bit. And Russell Wilson has to carry that team single-handedly on his back. He has no run game. He has no defense. He has no O-line. They've got to fully rebuild that team because they're paying 2 defensive players big-time money, and they're putting up no production, except for Bobby Wagner. But that's their main problem. So Seattle's got a lot to fix this year.
I got Kyler Murray at 7. Same reasons. He's good, man. I mean, we bust his ass, but he's still a good quarterback. He's having a good season. His team has been on a skid recently, and hopefully they figure it out because I like the Cardinals squad. You know, I was pretty high on them at the start of the season. I thought they'd be good, and they were good, and then they've taken some L's. They haven't been healthy. That's the biggest thing. They're missing D-Hop, and they're missing some other guys. They're missing James Conner too. So that's their best receiver, best running back. So when they get those guys back, they'll be fine.
I mean, they have my number 7 here is going to go to Matthew Stafford. You guys had him at both at 8, so it's not really that much of a difference.
Mine's is 9.
Oh yeah.
Adam at 8.
Yeah. But I feel like Stafford's just been what the quarterback that the Rams traded their young quarterback and their 2 first-round picks for to be contenders. And here they are at the top of the NFC West, which is by far the hardest division, but with the Seahawks actually with a healthy quarterback. But they've just been so good this season, and we're gonna get into the playoff standings in a little bit, but they've just been really good. Their defense has been solid, of course, led by Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, etc. Their offense, Cooper Kupp having that insane season. Cam Akers is going to be out. Is going to be back. I think this week or possibly next week, and for the playoff for sure.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy that he tore his Achilles. Literally, July was the 7th
5 months ago.
So 5 months ago.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Recovery.
Never seen anything like that. But Robert Woods is done for the season, correct?
Yeah, he is.
He is out. Yeah. But Higbee's been really nice recently. OBJ has been pretty nice also. So, the Rams have just been really good, led by this quarterback who was the fastest to get to 50,000 yards recently in the past week or two. So, I have Stafford as my 7th quarterback.
All right, number 6, I have Lamar Jackson.
That's who I was forgetting. Okay, hold up. You let me make my changes.
Okay.
Yeah, while you make a change, I'm just going to talk about Lamar.
Yeah.
But Lamar's a very, you either love him or hate him. He has a lot of haters. He has a lot of stands. Personally, I'm in between. I think he's a good QB. I think people talk about his throwing like he can't throw. I think his arm is underrated. He's definitely we all know about his mobility. He's very fast, and I think his team is, as you can see, it's a different team without him. Obviously, even though shout out to Huntley, he had a great game. But last game against the who did they just play? They took a crazy loss.
The Rams.
It was the Bengals.
No, they played the Rams.
Never mind. It was the
They played
Bengals.
the Bengals.
They played
The Bengals.
Yeah.
That was crazy. They were terrible. And that just shows you his impact on that team. So I have him at 6.
At 6, this is where I have Lamar Jackson. Again, same thing here. I've never been the biggest Lamar fan, but he's still a very good quarterback. What he can do with his legs is just unbelievable. Good. He's been doing okay. Well, they were 8-3, and then everything just fell apart for them. So we'll see. I don't really like Lamar, but I have to place him here regardless. I really don't think he'll succeed in the playoffs. In fact, I don't even think the Ravens make the playoffs, which we will get to. But we'll see. He's still got to be a top 10 quarterback, though, just because of his rushing upside.
Okay, my changes are now made. So I have Burrow at 10, Russell Wilson at 9, Stafford at 8, and then are we on 7 right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 7 is going to go to Kyler Murray.
No, we're on 6. My bad.
Okay, so my number 7 is going to go to Kyler Murray, as he was my number 6 before. So number 7, I have Kyler Murray. You guys basically said about him before. And then my number 6 is Lamar Jackson, who, like you said, we can really tell his impact on the Baltimore team after getting absolutely slaughtered. Now, I don't want to say that like it's that they've been without J.K. Dobbins all season, and they also don't have they didn't have Tyler Huntley, who's their backup, so now they had to go to their Josh Johnson, who was right. It was Josh Johnson or somebody else. It was another Johnson, I think, who was their third string quarterback that they had to bring up from the practice squad. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in these final 2 weeks because it's going to be crazy. I know at least for my team, it's going to be pretty crazy couple weeks, but I don't have the Ravens to make the playoffs either. We're going to get to that in a bit, but there's many different ways that I think they can make the playoffs. But are we going to move on to number 5 now?
Yeah.
And this is where I have Dak Prescott here.
I have Dak Prescott.
I also have Dak Prescott at 5.
Shout out to Dak, man. Fantasy legend, bro. He
has been very good in fantasy.
He is
I think he had like a monster game, didn't he? He had like
he
400 plus
but
yards.
he was so good. He carried me. He was so good. I have Dak and I have CD.
That's a stellar combo.
Killer duo.
Combo.
So, but I need to pull up this stat about Dak real quick. So, in the first half against the Washington football team,
oh gosh,
he was 27 for 35, 321 passing yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
that's like a 2-game thing combined.
In the first half, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then they took him out.
Yeah, meanwhile, Washington were fighting with each other on the sidelines.
Punching.
Jerron Payton.
Yeah, that was awful. Jeez. But Dak Prescott, I mean, we all saw that Thursday night game, week 1 versus Tampa. This team is not playing around. And they were only one, at least in my predictions right now, like looking towards the end of the season, I have them finishing 13-4, and they're kind of one Tom Brady game-winning drive away from being the number 1 seed in the NFC. I mean, if everything goes at least as planned to me. But, I mean, Dak Prescott coming back from that leg, ankle, whatever, foot injury last season, which was absolutely gruesome. I didn't really have through-the-roof expectations for him, but those expectations have gone through the roof. He's been absolutely insane, making himself one of the top MVP candidates in this league, and he's just been leading this Dallas team with a defense that's been outstanding. We all thought like defense would be a huge problem on this team, but the defense has been stepping up with Parsons mainly and also Trevon Diggs having his year. But it was just kind of crazy how people were even thinking about, and a lot of people actually had Washington winning this division. And
I did.
And here's Dallas literally beating them by going ahead of them by 5 whole games in a 17-game season. 5 whole games ahead of them.
Washington just got screwed over by COVID, bro. They were 6-6,
and
they were poised to make the playoffs.
Montez Sweat or Chase Young.
Chase Young just got absolutely torn, just ruined.
Washington fans, I'm looking at it right now. They're turning on Ron Rivera, saying that he brought in everyone from the Panthers, even though they sucked.
Not really, but okay.
Curtis Samuel, I don't know. They're saying fire Ron Rivera.
Dude, Ron Rivera carried this team to the playoffs last year. I don't know why they're backing on him. Anyways, Dak has been really good this year, and he's put Dallas in a great position. Dallas will be a good team in the playoffs, but I'll get to them later as a team. But Dak has been really good, and I'm glad he's made a big comeback. He should win Comeback Player of the Year without
unarguably, easily.
It might be Bosa. But yeah, I think he should win it.
Nah,
I think Dak would probably, especially that gruesome injury that he had.
I mean, if Bosa was like top candidate for DPOY, then maybe. But
he's top 5, right? I thought he was top 5.
He may be, but Dak is like, if I believe he's like top.
Like Dak is in.
I think Dak should win it too. I think
Bosa should be runner up though, but I think we had like CMC to win the award possibly, or Dak, one of those two.
Sad shit. But anyways, we can move on to 4,
Yeah, who's
And
your
this
four?
is where I have Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. Seems like
Ooh.
age does not affect Tom Brady at all.
Doesn't. That's why I have him higher.
I don't
I
care.
I
I'm
have him
having him
higher.
at 4. I still think 3 other quarterbacks are better. But he's been nothing short of a. He's been so good this year. I don't know what other things to say, man. I've doubted this man his entire career, and he's just been getting better and better and better. However, I feel like his inflation of stats is what's propping people to overrate him this year. Even though he's not as good as his stats say, I feel like. So we'll see what they do in the playoffs. No Chris Godwin, which is gonna hurt. Mike Evans hamstring, that'll also hurt a little bit.
Was he really good against the Panthers? I didn't watch that game.
Brady? Nah. It was basically Keyshawn Vaughn and Ronald Jones. I didn't even watch the game. I was on vacay. I think Ronald Jones and Vaughn had a big game in terms of the ground game. And
They did.
Darnold
They
was
did.
trash. Cam was trash. The Panthers offense gonna get going, so that's gonna basically give you
Speaking
an easy win
of-
anyway. So
They should
I
make
had
an
Brady
award.
at 4. But it might be a surprise, but I feel like the 3 other quarterbacks above him are just better in terms of talent and skill level. So
You should make an award for most disappointing player because that might go to Robbie Anderson.
Or
Allen Robinson, bro. What are you talking
Allen
about?
Robinson, yeah, Allen Robinson.
Or even like Gibson for that award, honestly.
Gibson was okay during the middle weeks of the year, so
Early season, late season, he just hasn't been. I mean, he was all of our most, what's it called, best, most improved player. That's what I'm trying to say.
I had DeAndre Swift.
I probably had Miles Gaskin for that. That turned out good, didn't it? He's good. He's about to get cut.
Gaskins
Honestly,
getting benched.
we're gonna go with Duke Johnson, Philip Lindsay on
Bro,
this.
I'm never
running
picking
back.
that man up in fantasy again, bro. He's
I
so
think
bad.
I had him in every single one of my leagues. I think I dropped him like week 5 in every single one. It was awful.
The
My
thing
number
about
4
Gaskin is he's so consistently inconsistent.
Because I mean, if you told me like at this point of the season that Duke Johnson would be our running back 1 behind or along with Philip Lindsay, I would have said, "Where's Gaskin?" Or like, "Where's Malcolm Brown?" And it was like, I don't even know because they each had like 15 touches. Gaskin had like 4 on Monday night.
That's crazy,
So-
bro. Anyways, yeah, I have Brady at 4.
I have Josh Allen at 4.
Ooh, okay. I
mean,
have, or you
Zach,
go,
when-
My bad.
Yeah, he's been good. I just gave Brady the nod. Even though y'all think Josh Allen should have made Pro Bowl.
He
Josh
should have.
Allen? I
over
feel like
Lamar.
Allen should have made the Pro Bowl over Lamar, without a doubt.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's
he
what
should
a lot
have
of
made it.
people
I
say.
feel like he should have made it.
I like
Buffalo's had a
Allen.
disappointing season, but regardless, I feel like they should have made it.
And I mean, they've been better than the Ravens though. So,
Yeah, they have them.
I mean, I watch Buffalo quite a bit because Gabe plays there. Allen has been good. He's been good. I just think Tom Brady's been on a different level this season, which is why I have him higher.
Okay, my my kind of top 4 are kind of going off of strictly, I mean, like a little bit of in general, obviously with these 4 names, but mainly like this season. And I know it's gonna like be like weird to say this, but my number 4 because of the early weeks.
No, hell no, bro. He's not number 4.
Oh, no shot you put him at 4.
It's the dude who puts ketchup on everything.
You have Mahomes as the 4th best quarterback? Oh
I do.
my God,
I have
bro.
Mahomes at 1,
Oh my God.
and
If
he's
you
gonna
got
be 1 for
Mahomes at 1 or
the
2,
next.
shame on you. Shame
Mahomes
on
gonna
you.
be 1 for the next 10 years.
Yeah, he's gonna be 1 soon. I don't think he's 1 now.
I know. It's not like there's like a big stretch between these guys, but I feel like just like this season, the way that all these teams are playing. I mean, not I guess. Well, where? Oh, never mind. The Chiefs are third. Well, they're right now. They're what 11-4, I guess.
They're the best team in the AFC. What do you mean?
Yeah, they're the best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
They're gonna get a bye week.
How many games? Wait, hold up. If they're
I mean, not-
11, are they 11-4 right now?
Yeah, the Chiefs are 11-4.
So have they won 8 straight games?
Yeah, they have. Oh, 7
Oh.
straight. Oh no, 8 straight. Yeah, 8 straight.
8 straight. I'm making a switch in my quarterback change. Hold up. I was like looking back at like the Titans game where they got blown out and they were 3-4 after that loss. Wait, how come nobody's talking about the Chiefs winning streak? Oh, I guess because we lost like 7 in a row first. But
The Chiefs.
I'm gonna put.
It's because it's like the Chiefs are 8. They won 8 straight, but they're like 11-4, which is something like we expected them to be. So it's not like anything too extraordinary.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Brady at 4.
I have Brady at 3.
This is where I have Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is better than Tom Brady. He's got the rushing. Dude, I don't think you guys have been noticing. My man Josh Allen, his rushing stats this season are off the charts.
Oh yeah, I know. He's been really
His-
good.
I know the only thing about Josh Allen that I'll say is in the clutch. I think it's night and day between him and Brady.
I don't know. I'll take Josh Allen in the clutch. I'll take Josh Allen in the clutch.
I wouldn't. I'm not taking.
In my opinion, I feel like he throws a better ball, and he in my opinion, he's been better. Well, I don't know. He brought that team back against Tampa. That one game, they should have. Buffalo should have won that game. Buffalo should have single-handedly won that game. They just fell apart in overtime. But other than that, the game against New England,
And
I'll
what's
give him a
overtime?
pass.
Overtime is
The
in
game
the
against
clutch.
New England, I'll give him a pass. You had 30-mile-an-hour winds. I don't think anybody, even Brady, would be able to play in that game. And then some other games. Jacksonville is like the one game where I have to give Josh Allen, like, he had a bad game that day. But other than that, Josh Allen has been good this year. Like, he has been stellar. He was in the MVP conversation at one point. But other than that, he's been very good. I don't know why y'all are slacking on him, but he's been good. He's been good.
No, I have him at
And
4.
the game against Indianapolis, he did not have a good game. But Indy's defense is good, so I don't really fault.
I have him at 4, but I'm saying like, I don't know. Tom Brady just has that it factor to me. Like I'm never.
Okay, the other thing I want to say about Tom Brady, his stats are inflated. I don't think you realize how much.
It's not even about his stats to me, though. Like I don't even look at stats when I look at Tom Brady. It's just Tom Brady, like the GOAT.
I don't know. I feel like Brady can be exposed very easily. I just think teams don't take advantage of the fact
Just
that
ask
he
the
can't
just
run.
ask the Dolphins what he did to them, dog. 5 touchdowns.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
I have Allen at 3. I feel like he's a way better quarterback.
My number 3 is going to be Mahomes here. I just feel like those early weeks are just going to be just hitting me still that I just can't just like.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
He was like,
I can't believe you have
Yeah.
Mahomes outside of the top 3.
Dude, it's not
Outside
even.
of the top 2.
You're not even going based off of the whole season. You're going based off of 3 weeks, and we're supposed to be going off of his general skill plus the whole season.
I know, and like the thing is that like, let me see. I'm trying to. Damn it, I can't find home stats. Damn it. That did not work. That showed a cricket
Fuck all,
player.
fuck all that.
Anyways, if Mahomes is your 3, then that means you have Josh Allen in the top 2.
Josh Allen in the top 2.
Oh my goodness! Oh my
Yeah, I
goodness!
can't. I have Rodgers at 2 and Mahomes at 1.
I have Mahomes at 2 and Rodgers at 1, and Rodgers is my MVP this year. Aaron Rodgers, there is not a ball he cannot throw. Dude puts the ball on the money in places you don't even think you can fit the ball into. And that's why I have him over Mahomes right now. Rodgers in the clutch, he's just deadly, okay? He's deadly, except in the NFC Championship. But he's deadly. And in terms of his skill, I hope he stays in this league for 5 to 6 more years and he doesn't retire, because when Aaron Rodgers retires, this league is going to miss him. because he's that deadly of a quarterback in terms of accuracy, and he can get it on with his legs too, a little bit too. He's got some scramble in him, but I hope Rodgers comes to Carolina because I will be begging for Aaron Rodgers to come to Charlotte. Yeah, I have him at 1, and Mahomes has been really good this year. After that weak stretch, he picked it up. They started, picking apart teams. They started to understand that you can't just always throw the ball 50 times. You got to run the ball a little bit and let Mahomes, throw the 5-yard checkdowns, and he got going from there. So, yeah, that's why. But he's just not better than Rodgers in my opinion. I have Rodgers at 1, Mahomes at 2. So, if you interchange them, I won't be mad either.
I got Mahomes at 1. I just think first 3 weeks, he wasn't the best, but the shit that Mahomes can do, bro. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he starts throwing a football with 2 fingers, like, because that's how talented he is. Like, he is. When this guy is on, bro, I don't think there's a QB. He has a very good chance to be the most talented QB of all time. Like, that's how good he is. Aaron Rodgers is cool. He's having a good season. He just has a lot of shit around him that makes him look good, but he's having a good season.
My number 2, I lost my list. I know it by heart though. My number 2 is Josh Allen, who I think, honestly, if he can do stuff like these next couple weeks, like these next 2 weeks, he might be the MVP this season. And I know it's going to be a bit of a stretch considering the Bills haven't been that team that everybody's expected. But if they can, well, I have them winning weeks. Who do they play? They play like a garbage team. They play the Falcons week 17. So if he can torch Atlanta and then they have the Jets in week 18, I think he can make some stuff happen and surpass possibly Rodgers for MVP. But I don't even have Rodgers on my list, actually. My number 1 is going to go to Tua. At least I wish. But Rodgers is my number 1. I think that he is. If the season were to end right now, I think he would probably be the MVP. But I think it's going to come down to Stafford. I mean, not Stafford. It's going to come down to either him or Josh Allen. And, I mean, who knows? I think Suhas is MVP also. I think it could also be Jonathan Taylor in that mix of players.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, as much as I wish Jonathan
it's not. He's not going to win it.
Dude, I had the same aspiration in 2019 for McCaffrey when he had that.
No, he won't win it. He won't
season.
win it. They'll give it to Rodgers. They won't. He won't win it. They'll give it to a QB, but
a quarterback.
Yeah.
So you think probably that like Jefferson should have won it over Herbert last year for Offensive Player Rookie of the Year?
Herbert was
I thought so.
Yeah, I think Jefferson deserved it though. Yeah, and I think
Randy Moss's record, bro. That's insane.
Eric Henry should have won MVP too.
Nah, I don't think Derrick Henry. Okay, if McCaffrey did a win
Rodgers
for 1,000 and 1,000, then I don't think Derrick Henry should have won last year.
Oh, Derrick Henry had a monster year.
Dude, McCaffrey had 1,000 and 1,000.
He broke 2,000.
Only 2 other running backs have ever done that.
But Derrick Henry broke 2,000.
Okay, okay. He didn't break the record though. Okay, but I do understand 2,000 is crazy though.
2,000 is ridiculous. Yeah.
He had a crazy ton of money.
And speaking of that, we can go to running backs.
Yeah.
Who is your number 10? Whoever wants to start.
Okay. I have to go with the Bengal here, Joe Mixon. He has been so good this year, fantasy stud, and he's really gotten going because that O-line has been more of a run-blocking O-line this year rather than a pass-blocking O-line. So they've been good this year, and I have to give the spot to Joe Mixon.
He didn't make my top 10.
Ooh, Joe
who do you have
Mixon.
in here that did?
Did you guys have Zeke?
I have Zeke.
I don't.
Oh, so you're missing someone too. I had Aaron Jones.
Okay,
I have him way higher. Not like way, but I have him
No, I have Zeke at 10. I have Aaron Jones at 9.
Oh, okay. I've Mixon at 10 also. He's just been the running back 1 on this surprising as hell Bengals team this season, so I think he deserves the top 10 spot. And then my number 9 is Aaron Jones.
Yeah, nine is Aaron Jones too. Aaron Jones is still such a versatile back.
So do you have Tatus? You have Saquon?
I do have Saquon.
Oh, okay. So I think I know who you don't have. I have him. I have this guy higher, but I don't think you have him on your list. It's fine.
Oh, Swift.
Oh, I'm gonna be.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
be
I don't
right
have
back.
Swift. I don't have
I'll
Swift.
be right back.
I have a.
But
I have,
Jones. Oh my bad. Jones is such a versatile dude. Like you
He's really
you
good,
can
yeah.
put him. You can put it. You can put him on any route tree. He's like your McCaffrey, Eckler.
that's what Rodgers is so blessed. But his running back dude is Jones and Mixon. I mean Jones and Dylan.
But that's the thing though. Jones splits carry so much. But Dylan, I feel like Dylan, he's gonna start to become their top running back. very soon.
Dylan in the snow is unbelievable.
Oh yeah. I feel like Dylan, he's going to be their top running back. If Jones gets hurt like he did this season, like if he gets a major, Dylan's about to take over RB1. He is that good because not only can he run the ball like a maniac, he's got some pass catching skills too, like Jones does. So, and you know what? I'm not even gonna be blatant about it. I'm just gonna say it right now. I will not be surprised if we do another video on top 10 running backs next year in December. I won't be surprised if AJ Dillon's on this list instead of Aaron Jones. I will not be surprised.
I don't know. I've seen some Packers fans say that AJ Dillon is better than Aaron Jones already.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, but I will say that he's gonna take over that RB1 spot soon.
He will.
I have Jones at 9. I have Zeke at 10. Zeke has been disappointing me. He's another guy who I have on fantasy. Terrible. Not just because of fantasy, but they don't give him the ball enough. So I haven't really seen that much, from him this season. And whenever they give him the ball, it's like always a short run. I miss the Zeke from Ohio State and like the first years. Like that Zeke was killing it. Now you can see flashes, but Zeke has the talent to be a top 5 running back, in my opinion.
He does. Speaking of Zeke, I have Zeke at 8. He doesn't have that same burst that he used to during his rookie year, Suhas. And
he doesn't.
I miss that Zeke because that Zeke during his rookie, I decided to draft Zeke. I think in like one of my top 4 fantasy rounds for some odd reason. I was like, you know what, Zeke Elliott's gonna carry the Cowboys. And he had a monster year. Him and Prescott went on that magical run. But he doesn't have that same burst, and that's what pisses me off. Zeke had so much talent. He would just bulldoze over people, and he just doesn't have that anymore. Now you see Tony Pollard taking over the backfield a little bit. But he's still a top 10 running back in my opinion because he's still got some muscle. So I'll put him at 8.
My number 8 is going to be. I feel like I'm about to say something stupid because I have Nick Chubb.
Whoa.
That's who I'm forgetting. Hold on. Time out.
Whoa.
Time out. I gotta redo my list. I'm sorry.
Oh, Nick Chubb at 8?
And I think I'm giving Saquon too much credit, but I feel like he's just like I want to see him healthy, and I feel like if he can get a full healthy season, we can see what he looked like his rookie season and like what he looked like his second year too, before he just started getting all those random injuries.
Okay,
But I also have another name ahead of him.
Hudson. Let me make a quick adjustment. Aaron Jones is going to be my 10 now. Zeke is going to be my 9, and my 8 is going to be Saquon.
My 8 is also Saquon.
Saquon, he's just behind a terrible offensive line and a terrible offense in general. That Giants team is so bad. If Saquon Barkley weren't on that team would be so pathetic right now. Like they wouldn't even have. They would have 0 wins maybe.
He just has to stay healthy. That's the only thing for him.
He's also got
okay. I don't want to. Sorry. Do you guys have Austin Eckler on your list?
He's my number 7.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just making sure.
Speaking of which, Austin Eckler is my number 7. Eckler, he again another do it all back, and he's been healthy this year. I'm kind of happy for him.
He's
putting up some stellar numbers with that Chargers team. He's been very good. but he's not as explosive as the top 6 backs I have. So
Bro, how do you have Chubb at 8? You still haven't explained that.
yeah, how do you have Chubb at 8 though? Like that's come on.
I think.
Come on,
Well,
dog.
I've Saquon at 7, and I just feel like Saquon. I just want to see a full season healthy, and I feel like he can prove on why, like going into like the season, like when he got injured, a lot of people had him like, like arguing like whether like behind CMC, Derrick Henry, and Kamara, like whether he was like on that like Dalvin Cook, like whether he was like with him ahead of him or maybe even behind him, but like he was like in that top 5, maybe even top 4 running back like situation, like. With all his injuries, he's dropped way farther, obviously. But I just feel like if we can see one like healthy season possibly next year, I think he can win Comeback Player of the Year for sure. And he's just been so unlucky with the injuries, especially like with that stepping on the Cowboys' foot injury, twisting his ankle. He's just been so unfortunate.
That was unfortunate.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I debated putting Chubb in my top 4. I didn't, but I don't know if you've watched the Browns that much, Hudson, but. He's literally their whole offense. Like he's
their whole offense.
Yeah, I was thinking of that because like Mayfield has not been.
He's looked every game that they've won that they've put up points in. It's because of him.
Yeah.
So I have him higher.
But my number 6 is Austin Eckler, who's been a big part along with the passing and Herbert. He's been their leading running back. He was out this past week versus the Texans, which was. I feel like if he played, they could have won that game, but obviously that whole entire thing's on the rest of the offense. But Justin Jackson had a huge game with like 2 touchdowns. But Eckler's been a big part of this offense who can run the ball, receive the ball. And I just feel like he's able to do basically anything you could want a running back to do with blocking too. His body is just like his what am I trying to say? He's built like a he can block too. He's just really strong. He can do. Like I said, anything you could want a running back to do, which is why I have Eckler in the middle of this list.
At 6, this is where you get into the top 6 running backs. And I would say all of these running backs are interchangeable. All of them are interchangeable. You can put any of them at number
Facts.
1, and I wouldn't be disappointed at all.
Facts.
But at 6, since he's the newbie in this top 6 backs, I'm going to have to put him here. Even though he's had a monster season, I have to put Jonathan Taylor at 6.
I'm forgetting somebody. I
have to put Taylor here at 6. He doesn't have the experience that these top 5 backs do. And maybe based off, if next season he has a monster year, I might have to put him in the top 5. But for right now, I have him at 6. He's still just a do-it-all monster back. He needs to improve on his receiving skills. But other than that, he's just a monster.
Hudson, list off your 10 to 6.
My 10 to 6: Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley, and Austin Eckler.
No Zeke.
Yeah, no, he's missing someone. That's why.
I'm missing someone.
He's missing Zeke.
No, not Zeke. He had Joe Mixon instead of Zeke. He's missing. Do you have a Dalvin Cook?
I do.
No. He's missing Zeke. That's what it is. He doesn't have Zeke in his top 10.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have Zeke. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he doesn't have Zeke.
Okay, all right. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody.
I have Jonathan Taylor at 6 as well. My MVP. I think. Man, I want to see him break 2,000. I don't know if he will, just because we're going towards the end of the season. But in the playoffs, who knows? If they get far.
Yeah, the Colts are going to be a force to deal with in the playoffs. They're going to be a force.
I have Taylor at 6. Who's your 5?
Hudson, you want to go first?
He said he's going to be back. He's going to be back. That's what he said. I have Nick Chubb at 5.
Nick Chubb at 5. Okay. Yeah, I have. Hold on, just a second.
Tough, bro.
I gotta think about this one.
It's tough. I honestly don't know. I didn't know what to do for the top.
This is very tough for me, but I think I'm gonna have to do it. I have Dalvin Cook at 5.
Ooh.
But here's the thing with Dalvin Cook.
No. I'm forgetting somebody because if you, I don't. Wait.
Oh, he has
it's
Nick.
Nick on.
He has Nick Chubb higher.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I have Dalvin Cook at 5. He's a monster. He's a do it all back. He can receive out of the back. He can pass catch. The problem with Dalvin Cook, in my opinion, is he just doesn't have that burst at times. Like he doesn't have a consistent burst. Like with these top 4 guys, I know they can take it to the distance anywhere on the field. Sometimes with Dalvin Cook, it just doesn't happen at times because he is very inconsistent. He doesn't have that same vision. That's the word I was looking for at times. So yeah, that's why I have him at 5. But I wouldn't be mad if you had him in the top 4 at all because any of these backs. I mean, if you asked me to start a franchise with any of these backs, I mean, I'd have absolutely no problem. So
I have Cook at 4.
who do you have at 5, Hudson? I want to hear this.
I have Jonathan Taylor at 5.
Okay.
And then I think I have the same list as
yeah. At 4, this is where I have Nick Chubb. Oh my God, Oregon just got a monster touchdown. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to make that comment because my parlay
what's the score in that
Oregon.
game?
It's now 17-37. I only need them to cover by 7+.
Well, they're down 20.
They could go for 2 here. Anyways, at 4, I have Nick Chubb. Again, when he first came out of the draft and the Browns got him, I was like, when are they going to give this man when are they going to give this man the mantle? Because at first, I forgot who it was. I think it was Isaiah Crowell or somebody who had the RB1 position in Cleveland. And I was just waiting for the moment when Nick Chubb was going to take over because at Georgia, dude was a total beast, and he's just he's almost similar to Derrick Henry. He doesn't get as much hype as Derrick Henry though, but he's just a bulldozer, man. Like if they give the ball to Nick Chubb, and especially with that O-line he has, whew, no wonder he's a freak, man. He could carry an entire offense, but he does split carries though with Kareem Hunt. But regardless, like he's just a one-man wrecking crew at times because Baker Mayfield struggles. So that's why I have Nick Chubb at 4.
Well,
who's your 4? Who's your 4, Hudson?
Yeah, so I've Dalvin Cook at 4, and then I think we all have the same 3.
We'll see.
But yeah,
I don't have the same 3 as you guys.
You probably have Kamara at 1, don't you?
No, I don't.
All right. Should I go into my first 3?
Suas is gonna put him at 3, and I'm about to have a big ass argument with him. Go ahead, Suas.
Should I say my 3 or?
No. Let Suas go. Well, let's have this argument now.
Sure.
My 3 is Alvin Kamara.
Okay.
All right. He's gonna have Henry at 1. There's no right. I have
Henry at 1. But before we get to that, Alvin Kamara, they just haven't given him the ball this season, man. I don't know what Sean Payton is doing. Like he doesn't get the ball whenever he's on the like. They always try to throw it. Like it's so predictable. Ian Book got picked off like 10 times against the Dolphins.
Oh yes, welcome to the NFL. Second throw is a pick 6. Shout out to Nick Needham.
It doesn't help that all his QBs.
Jameis's first ever throw is a pick 6.
I feel bad for him because he's been having to go through different QBs like every single game. So and no one's handing him the ball, and that's why like he has the talent to be number 1, and I do think he's like talented wise. He's probably, in my opinion, I think he's the best, but I can't put him at 1.
I want to say though, Kamara this year has finally learned what it's like to be Christian McCaffrey. He finally learned what it's like to play behind so many different quarterbacks. So that's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna be honest though, McCaffrey like.
Go ahead, Sauce. I want to hear this.
Okay,
and you can't be getting He pissed me off because he's been getting some stupid penalties this season by doing some stuff like against the Dolphins. You saw that?
Oh yeah,
he's not on a winning team.
Wilkins pulled his towel and then Kamara pushed him and he got a penalty for that.
He's wasting his talent there right now because no one is really giving him the ball.
Anyways,
he's frustrated.
I also have Kamara at 3. He's a workload. He's a do-it-all back. but he just doesn't have the same production as the top two, I would say. But if you ask me between any of these three backs, I'll take any of these top three. Any of these top three.
I would too.
And they'd be my workhorse. Straight up my workhorse. Because I can either throw it to them or I can bulldoze. So I'll take. Yeah, that's the way I have it. So I have Kamara at 3.
Hudson, you have
Hudson, who do you have at 3?
And then I've Kamara at 3. Then I have Henry 2, CMC 1, which I think you do too.
Let me. We've been going over this argument about McCaffrey, Henry. Let me just say something.
Yeah.
Okay?
We have.
It's literally just it's mainly the injuries.
It is. But here's the thing with Henry though. Henry cannot. This Titans team can still win without Derrick Henry. The Carolina Panthers will never be great without Christian McCaffrey because Christian McCaffrey
they don't have
entire
other pieces.
roster.
They don't have a QB.
Yeah, but okay. Even if you put like Aaron Rodgers on that team, Christian McCaffrey is what makes Carolina so dangerous. I don't think you understand.
No, but if you
Even
put
if
Aaron Rodgers
McCaffrey-
on the Panthers, would CMC still be the MVP of the team?
Probably, I'd say so. He's that dangerous, in my opinion.
He's obviously really good.
He can take it anywhere on the field. Any of these three guys can take it anywhere. The distance, anywhere. The thing about McCaffrey is he not only can he play running back, he can also play slot wide receiver, and that's why I wanted to bring up. When he's done playing running back, McCaffrey, he's going to be one of the best slot wide receivers this league has. He's gonna be your next Cooper Kupp eventually. Eventually, when he's done playing running back, that's what I feel like is gonna happen with McCaffrey. Now, let me ask you the question: can you play Derrick Henry at slot wide receiver? Can you play? You can probably play Kamara, but can you play Derrick Henry at slot wide receiver?
No, but for a running back, I think Derrick Henry's the best running back as far as rushes in the NFL.
But here you need a running back to do everything, and that's exactly what Christian McCaffrey brings. Okay, so that's why I have him at 1. He does it all, and he does it with production as well. So
he does do it all, but I'd rather have a guy who's a specialist on my team and who specializes. I know CMC's a very good rusher as well. I just think Derrick Henry's on a different tier than everyone else in the league as far as rushing because he's just so big. You can't stop him.
Well, you can stop him technically.
I mean, if you do the box, yeah, you can.
I mean, if we're done with this debate, I guess we can move on to wide receivers. I'm interested to hear this because there's a discussion. I want to hear one thing from all four of you, from both of you. I want to hear one thing, and if I hear based off of this, I'll know if your football knowledge is good or not. In this receiver list,
I think I may be like, I may be tripping.
I don't know. Like the wide receiver position, I was just listing off names at that point because
here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you guys to say one name and one name at a specific position.
They're not on the Panthers.
If it doesn't happen, I'll be pissed.
Are they on the Panthers?
They are not on the Panthers.
Okay, good. Because I don't have anybody.
Talking about Cooper Kupp. He's talking about Cooper Kupp.
I'm waiting for one name, and I'm waiting to hear where you have this guy on this list.
All right, give your 10. Who do you guys have at 10?
At 10, I have CeeDee Lamb.
I have Keenan Allen.
CeeDee Lamb can do it all. He's going to be a top 5 receiver soon, in my opinion. Very soon, he's going to be top 5 because that's how good he is. So, right now, I'll have him at 10 because I cannot put him over these top 9. No chance.
This is my only biased pick.
Does he have Amon-Ra St. Brown or something here?
I have Jamar Chase at 10.
Oh,
What?
wait, what?
Dog!
Higher.
No, you can't. Okay.
He made the Pro Bowl. He made the Pro Bowl.
I have him higher.
Dog, are you trying to tell me you have Jamar Chase? You have Jamar Chase over Chris Godwin?
Oh, I do.
You have Jamar Chase over guys like...
I have Jamar Chase over Chris Godwin.
What about Mike Evans?
I've Evans.
I have Mike Evans
over.
higher. I have Mike Evans higher. I have Mike
Yeah,
Evans.
me
Okay.
too.
What about Amari Cooper?
He's
He
not.
didn't make my list.
He's
my
yeah,
11.
same.
He was my 11.
DK Metcalf.
Fuck no.
He's not.
I hate him. He's overrated.
Terry McLaurin.
He's higher.
Wait, McLaurin's on this list for you?
He's on my list, yeah. Oh no, I love Terry McLaurin.
What?
Oh, he's so good, bro. He has,
Oh,
bro.
y'all are missing some names.
He's
bro.
not on my list.
Y'all are
Terry
missing some
McLaurin is not on
names.
my list.
Hey, Hudson,
Y'all
you have
are missing
Jamar. You have
some
Jamar Chase.
names.
I do higher.
Oh, he has Jamar Chase higher right now.
What?
Yeah.
Bro,
A lot of my-
Jamar Chase should not be on this list. I'm sorry.
He's so good.
He's a
so
Pro
good.
Bowler as a rookie, dog.
He's so good.
He's good, but he's not top 10. Ain't no way, bruh.
Is he top
Oh.
8?
So, bro, I don't think you understand what he's been doing this season, dog.
No, I understand. It's legendary, but like
We're going.
You
He's only
cannot-
played one season in the NFL, and it's his one season.
you
has
have
been
him
amazing.
over CeeDee Lamb.
I do.
I love CeeDee Lamb's on my fantasy team. I have Jamar Chase.
Wait,
over him.
hold on. Wait, do you guys have Debo Samuel on your list?
No.
Oh, I don't have Deebo Samuel.
Wait, you have him over Debo?
I have Chase over Debo.
No, because I think the 49ers offense, I just think the 49ers speed Debo because they don't really have anyone else. So I think his stats are padded. They do. Debo plays as a running back for them.
Jamar Chase is number 10? It's a
He goes in the
stretch,
same-
but
It's not a stretch. Where Hudson has him probably is a stretch. He has him higher than me. I have him at 10.
alright,
I think 10's a good
whatever.
spot.
Who's y'all's 9?
I have
Terry
Debo Samuel at 9.
Terry McLaurin's by 9.
I have Mike Evans at 9.
I have Evans higher.
Look, Mike Evans is good, bro. Like, he could literally
He's really
boss
good.
the hell out of anybody.
I've underrated him
Mike
for the
Evans is
past
good, yeah.
couple of years.
Mike Evans is good.
Mike Evans is good, yeah. He's a top 10 receiver. In a way. Sorry. Yeah. Alright, who do you have at 9?
Debo Samuel.
And
Mike
McLaurin.
Evans. I mean, not Mike Evans. McLaurin.
I don't mind having McLaurin on this list. He's very good. McLaurin is very good. I don't mind that. Okay. Alright, let's go to 8.
I have Mike Evans at 8.
Do you have an 8, Hudson? Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase.
I have Keenan Allen at 8.
I had Allen at 10. I had
You got
Keenan.
Allen at 10?
Keenan Allen is so underrated.
Yeah,
at
I had
times.
Keenan Allen
People
at
don't
10.
even talk about him. Dude is such an elite route runner. Like his route running is sometimes off the charts, bro. It's crazy what this dude does.
And honestly, he's kind of like
You know who I
He-
contemplated putting on this list over Jamar Chase? Well, it wasn't even any of the names you guys mentioned.
who?
Deontay Johnson.
Yes, that's another name. Deontay, I
He's
was
been a
thinking about
player.
Deontay.
He's been a player that's been like memed a
Oh,
lot, but he's been really
so
good.
Consistent.
So good, bro. He's so
Really
good.
good.
He's so
Another guy
consistent too.
who I have on fantasy, bro. He's so good.
He's really good.
But yeah, I have Keenan Allen at 7.
My number 7 is Mike Evans.
I think this might be a name. I don't know. This is a sketchy place here, but I think he's just too dominant. He's too dominant, and he's getting there. I have AJ Brown at 7.
Ooh, I don't have him on my list.
AJ
don't have-
Brown is
I don't
one
have
of
him
the
on my
most
list.
dominant receivers in this league. He's going to be one of the most dominant receivers. Crazy stats, and his frame and his skill is just off the charts.
Wait, Tejas, he's your number 6?
7.
7, okay. I think we all have the same top 6.
We better have the all six.
We better. I think
We
so.
better
I
have
think
the
we
same
do.
top six.
I
don't
think
have
we do.
I don't have AJ Brown on my list.
Neither do I. I don't either.
Damn. Dog, AJ Brown. I'd say I'll take AJ
Oh, he's
Brown
good.
over Terry McLaurin.
I don't know about that.
I'll take AJ Brown over Terry McLaurin. I'll do it. 'Cause He's
Terry
His-
McLaurin has the
I
most-
probably would too.
dude.
Terry
His
McLaurin has the most
frame
contested
and
catches
his
in the
height.
NFL. Oh,
Dude,
Terry
AJ
McLaurin is
Brown
playing
is
with
just a
Taylor
Let me tell
Heineke
you
as his
something about AJ
QB.
Brown. He's just a mini Julio Jones. He's the next Julio Jones. He is the next Julio Jones.
All right, bro.
Whether
do not
whether
disrespect.
you don't want to admit it or not, he is.
Julio Jones is a generational receiver.
I feel like AJ Brown's gonna be that too. That's how good AJ Brown is.
Terry McLaurin has the most contested catches in the NFL with you know who his QB is?
Taylor Heineke, I know.
Exactly, a trash bag. So
I wouldn't say Heineke's a trash bag. He's a competitor.
Bro, Terry McLaurin.
I'm kidding. All right, we can.
Wait. Who do you guys have at 6?
Okay.
It all. I think this is where it gets real.
This is where it all starts.
This is yeah. I want to hear who you guys. All right, my number 6. I feel like my number 6, number 5, and number 4 are.
If y'all have this dude at 6.
My number 6.
Suhas's favorite receiver about to be said here.
I have Cooper Kupp at 6.
What?
I have him.
That's
I have him a little.
6.
I have him a little bit higher. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like my 6, 5, and 4 are all changeable, are all interchangeable. Whatever. Tyreek Hill.
At
Oh my
6? Bro,
Oh
I
my
thought you were
God.
about to say something else, and I would have been too bad. But Tyreek Hill.
Jay Jettas. It's
I
because
have Jay Jettas at 6.
it's because I know because then I have Jefferson at 5,
I have Jefferson at 5.
I have Cooper Kupp at 5.
and then I have.
You have
Kupp-
Tyreek Hill at 6.
I want to talk about Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is my favorite receiver to watch in this league, except one other dude. We'll get to him later.
DJ Moore.
Cooper Kupp is so good, bro. Like, he is so good. Like, you cannot guard him. You try to guard him one-on-one, he'll just outrun your ass to death. And then you try to play zone coverage, you try to bracket him, he'll still find the gap in the zone. He's that good. He's just proving it this year. Now, if he shows this consistently over, like, the next few years, he's no doubt a top 3 receiver in my mind. If he does it consistently over the next few years. He's been having good seasons. People just don't recognize it because he had Jared Goff. But now that he has Matthew Stafford, and Stafford just looks for Matthew Stafford, his eye point is look for 10 or just look for the next receiver. That's what Matthew Stafford's eyes tell him. So yeah, I have Cooper Kupp at 5, but I wouldn't put him over the top 4. So I feel like the top 4, they are just playmate. They are the X factors of this league. Like, they will change a game in an instant, just like that. So
I'm just saying my 6, 5, and 4 just I don't care where you put them.
No, Tyreek Hill is a lock for top 4.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill is a lock for top 4.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just feel like those two guys are just playing out of their minds.
At number 5, y'all know I have my boy since day one, Justin Jefferson. I'm gonna read y'all some stats right now. Shout out to Pro Football Focus. So since 2020, most receiving yards versus man coverage. You want to know who's number 2? Justin Jefferson, behind Stephon Diggs. And let's hear this. Most receiving yards in his first 2 seasons in NFL history. Justin Jefferson is number 1. Behind him is Odell. Behind him is Randy Moss. He is a generational talent. He will be the best receiver in the NFL. He's going to be one of the best receivers in NFL history.
Hey, Suas, all I want to say is a certain dude wearing the number 5 kind of put him on lock this weekend. Except in the second half. He didn't, though.
Yeah, in the second half, he adjusted.
They adjusted because they took Ramsey off of him.
Well,
they took Ramsey off of Jefferson.
It's Jalen Ramsey, dog. Jalen Ramsey locked up a bunch of people except for Devontae Adams.
Anyways, yeah, I don't have a problem with having Jefferson at 5, but Cooper Kupp, I felt like if you didn't have Cooper Kupp in the top 6, like, shame on you. Like, that was what I was thinking. So
He was my 6.
Yeah, I have Kupp at 5. And at 4,
number 4, I have Tyreek Hill.
This is where I have Tyreek Hill as well. Tyreek Hill, his speed is just so game changing. Like, I don't think like his speed, it's just off the charts, and it's what makes Kansas City so dangerous because you have to put 2 people on him. You have to run 2 deep safeties Well, it's Tyreek Hill will mash you to death. He will mash you. So, I mean, we have to put 2 deep safeties with Hill. So, yeah. That's why I have him at 4. He's just so explosive. And his rack ability, too. His route running is also very elite. But that's why I have him at 4.
What do you have it for, Hudson? Devontae Adams?
Not that bad. My number 4 is Cooper Kupp.
Okay. I respect it. I respect someone who has Cooper Kupp high.
And then we all have a guy.
We should have the same top 3.
We should have the same top 3.
I'm nervous that I don't know why I'm nervous, because I think I'm pretty damn sure that we all have the same 3, but just who do you guys have at 3? Or do you want to know who I have at 3?
Well, you go first, Hudson. I want to hear this.
Okay. My number 3 is Stephon Diggs.
That's who I have at 3 as well.
That's who I also
Stephon
have.
Diggs is a monster, bro. Like, I don't think we give him as much credit as we should, but he just.
I was toying with putting him at.
games.
I was toying with putting him at 2, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I was toying too. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
I have Hop at 2 and Adams at 1.
Indeed, me too.
Here's the thing, though. Let me be very clear about this.
Even though
I want to check this
you
real
go.
quick.
While he goes, I think
Devontae Adams
while he
is
checks.
29 years old. Devontae Adams is 29 years old. He will continue
Hopkins
to be the best
Hopkins is
receiver
also
in the
29.
league. Adams will continue to be the best receiver in the league for the next 3 to 4 years. Mark my words. There's no way we should have another list without having Adams as number 1, unless Cooper Kupp becomes freaking, I don't know, Superman.
Unless Justin Jefferson overtakes him.
Or Justin Jefferson. Tay Adams will be number 1. So, I mean, he has it all, bro. He's so strong. His route running is elite. Okay. You guys remember that Sunday night game against Chicago? And I think it was Jalen Johnson who was lined up against him. Jalen Johnson had taken away his inside route. Like, Adams gave him one move to the outside like it was a fade. Johnson completely shifted his hips, and Adams just went right inside. That was one of the most crispiest routes I have ever seen. I don't think anybody, except for maybe like Amari Cooper or like Cooper Kupp, can run a route like Devontae Adams.
Keenan Allen.
It's off the charts, bro.
Keenan Allen.
And Keenan Allen, my bad. And Keenan Allen. Like, his route running is elite. Like, it's crazy.
All I'll say is that Andrew Hopkins has not had the luxury of playing with Aaron Rodgers. He's had to do it with more QBs, so I'll cut him a little bit of slack.
But Hopkins has had Kyler for these last 2 years, and
yeah, that's why he's number 2, because for these 2 years, like before, it was a debate for me.
yeah.
But I have Adams at 1, Hopkins at 2, and Taylor should know how good Hopkins is. Hopkins he's from South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. He went to Clemson.
He went to Clemson. Yeah, Hopkins went to Clemson.